Father Robert.
Hindi naman sana ganyan dapat yan.
Maganda sinabi na meron daw clowns, merong circus. What's your reaction, Father Robert? Kasi remember, we are following a constitutional process. Now, for people like our respected gentleman here to say that it is a demolition job, it is a clown, it is a circus, ano po bang reaction natin?
JB, Sir D, I agree. Pero I have another term for them. Political opportunists. Hindi, ito totoo kasi nga, you know, the 218 or so congressmen and women are there for the country or for themselves. That's up to you to decide. But for me, after having done so many causes against corruption, abuse of authority, etc., where politicians are involved, I still have to see, and there are a few who are there not for themselves. And I don't want to name names though. Kaya yung sinabi ni JB kanina, that Supreme Court on the impeachment said that it's primarily a legal action with political implications or consequences.
Sabi ng Supreme Court.
Oh, sabi ng Supreme Court, baliktad eh. It is more political than legal. So, I defer to disagree. Supreme Court. Why? Most of you in the Supreme Court are political appointees. Yes. So, what is that? Except for all. Except for Leonen, who was not appointed there by Duterte.
Yeah, but it was politically appointed.
Yes, also. Therefore, by the nature of your appointment, you are not there out of legal consideration. You are there for political considerations by the the appointing power, di ba? Having said that, ano masasabi ko sa impeachment? The impeachment is a political.
Of course.
Primarily political. Tingnan niyo nangyari doon sa first impeachment last year. Transmit sa Senado. Pagdating sa Senado, binalik ni Chis Escudero sa House at mabilis na nag-respond ang Supreme Court, it's unconstitutional. Ang bilis. Nag-usap ba sila?
Wala akong hearing yan.
Tatanong ko, nag-usap ba sila? Was that coordinated? It is. Whether I saw it or not, nag-usap kung sino man ang kausap ni Chis sa Supreme Court at si Chis. At kung sino man yung kausap nila sa ibaba, nag-usap yung tatlo. Kaya, ano itong separation of powers? Of course, I don't have any evidence. I did not see anybody talking in some secluded, hidden place, but people conclude, parang coordinated. So, ano yung masasabi ng taong simbahan? Bakit nyo pinaglalaroan ng taong bayan? Yun lang. Ako, sa hulihan, was Bongbong Marcos better than Duterte? Ang sinasabi ng mga Duterte is better than Bongbong Marcos, kaya ibalik si Duterte in the person of Sara. Is that a legal or a political statement? Is that a morally, spiritually, social scientifically justifiable claim? I think if you analyze that from the moral, cultural, spiritual stand, you can say, I will maintain what I said. Because of the consequence of 6 years of the father, nawala ng rule of law. Nawala ng respect sa human rights. Kaya where are we now? Nung panahon na yon, if I may say, I was parish priest o Pinyahan. Hindi ko matanggap na kung kailan COVID-19, 12 sa aking mga parokyano, pinatay na mga pulis galing sa Station 10. At bakit? Nakita ko ba mga pulis sa Station 10? Ang nagsasabi yung mga taga-NIA, mga taga-Station 10 po. So, what was that? Policemen killing ordinary citizens and putting cardboards ng laban when there was no weapon, there was no struggle, basta lalagay mo yung... So, sa akin, the political and the legal parang obfuscates, puts a smoke screen on something more essential. the moral and the spiritual.
Wow. And with that, I think we need to address some questions from media. So, alam niyo po, pag itong tatlong kasama ko rito, magsama kami, I think 3 hours will not be enough. Just discussing and disagreeing to agree or agreeing to disagree. So, let me open the floor to questions from media. Go ahead, please, sir.
Good morning, sir. TJ Mendoza from Net25. Naaresto na po si Zaldico. Nagpahayag na po ang Senado na handa silang imbitahan si Zaldico sakaling makabalik man siya dito through as si Senate Panfilo Lacson, sinabi niya po yun. Pero kanina rin nakausap po namin si Kong Terry Ridon if willing naman silang imbitahan sa House para magkaroon ng pagdinig rin. Pero ang sabi ni Kong Terry ay papaubayan na raw po nila sa Ombudsman. May we get any comment po with that statement?
Alam mo, double-edged yung, double-bladed yung pagkaka-capture kay Zaldico eh. Kasi the problem with Zaldico now is that of course he is going to try to save his skin. Di ba? Nag-upload na ng mga video messages yan exonerating himself and telling the country na ang nag-utos niyan si Romualdez at saka si BBM. Di ba? Yun ang sinasabi niya eh. So, kung halimbawa sasabihin ng House na tatawagin siya, under what committee? Kaya, under what committee? Siguro. Siguro. But, it could also give Zaldico a platform to be able to propagate his own version of his story. Di ba? Na, wala akong kasalanan dito. Inutusan lang ako ni Romualdez. At saka, syempre, to add more leverage to his bargaining position, isasangkutan niya si BBM. Sasabihin niya, kasama yung presidente rito, get the person on top. Di ba? Kaya medyo, you have to be also a little bit worried about Zaldico. I am personally happy that Zaldico is finally caught. Kasi he must be brought here, not for the purpose of listening to what he has to say. Kasi polluted na yan eh. But for the purpose of him answering to accountability. To be able to suffer the penalties for the plunder that he has done. Siya ang chairman ng Appropriations Committee. Hindi mangyayari lahat yung mga nakawan na ginawa nila sa flood control projects without the indispensable participation of Zaldico. So Zaldico must face the country now. And if he has any conscience left in him, total, delikado naman ang buhay niya, sabihin na lang niya yung totoo. Sabihin niya lahat ang totoo. Huwag niyang dagdagan, huwag niyang bawasan, sabihin niya lahat ang totoo. I hope he will do that.
Attorney Ferdy, please.
Well, that is what I have been saying kaninang double standard. The motives that JV, by the way, before I begin, if JV says he hates to agree with me, I always love it when JV agrees with me. And I always love it when I agree with JV because we agree on so very few things. Anyway, yan ang sinasabi ko pong double standard with all due respect to JV. Yung motivation na sinasabi niya kay Zaldico to save his own skin ay pwede ring sabihin kay Madriaga. That's number one, di ba? He's trying to save his own skin. Number two, why would we block the testimony of Zaldico when, sabi ni JV, this will give him a platform to propagate his own version? Hindi ba ang katotohanan, marami-raming versions at titingnan mo kung anong version ang totoo? Why are we listening to the version of Madriaga and not Zaldico? Ito pong si Zaldico, hindi naman hearing ito sa impeachment. He will be called as a resource person to the House or the Senate, and there he will be subjected to probing questions from all the learned senators there and all the learned members of the House doon sa own version ng Blue Ribbon ng House of Representatives. Alam niyo po, ito nga ang nagtataka ko, ano? Bakit pagka makakasira kay BBM, binablock? Bakit pag kay Sara Duterte, hindi binablock? All versions should be given prominence. Para yan yung kung napanood yung pelikulang Rashomon. Maraming versions ng truth eh. Then titignan mo, ano bang paniwala dito? Kung si Ping ay iimbitahin niya si Saldico, imbitahin niya rin yung 18 Marines kasi kino-corroborate noon yung version ni Saldico. Gamitin din niya ang powers ng Senado para hanapin si Guteza. Mag-imbita rin siya ng mga kontra. Yung mga nagsasabing sinungaling si Saldico at sinungaling yung 18 Marines. Diyan lang po natin malalaman kung ano talaga ang totoo. I-cross-examine nyo, i-background check nyo, but all should be invited. And that is the reason why Ping cannot get the signatures necessary for a partial report. Unang-una, the concept of a partial report is ridiculous. Paano kung partial report may dumating na development? Parang yan, si Saldico dumating. Bakit gusto mong ipalabas yung partial report? Baka maiba pa conclusion noon with intervening circumstances. Yan ang kalokohan ni Ping eh. Tapos isusisisihin niya yung mga kapwa niya senador. Ayaw daw pumirma. Wala pong obligasyon under the Constitution pumirma ng kahit anong report ang senador. Whether they sign or not is subject to their own individual discretion. Parang yung family report ni Vic Gordon, walang gustong pumirma, dalawa lang yata sila. That is the essence of a collegial body. Hindi porket ikaw ang chairman, that gives you the right to impose upon your fellow senators. Na pirmahan nyo ito, kung hindi, you are not doing your duty. Kalokohan yung sinasabi ni Senator Ping na yun. So, ang akin din dito, invite Saldico to the House in the same manner that you have invited Madriaga, you have invited so many witnesses there. Invite Saldico to the House, invite the 18 Marines, invite yung mga congressmen na tinatanggi nila. Sina Stella Kimbo na hindi sila tumanggap, si Martin, invitahin nyo. Lahat invitahin nyo. And i-televise nyo. Let the people decide who is telling the truth and who is not telling the truth. Let the people decide because the people are smarter than this elite think they are. Matalino po ang taong bayan.
Father Robert, you want to react on the Zaldico development?
Opo, si Madriaga sa si Saldico, hindi ko po sila pareho kakilala personally. So, nagsasabi ba ng totoo si Madriaga? Nagsasabi ba ng totoo si Saldico? Ngayon, pag kinuha sa isang forum katulad yan sa Kongreso, there's so much pressure on the person who is standing at the witness stand, who is in the witness stand, to save his neck. No, so whether it's Madriaga or Saldico, pero yun ang problema. Kailangan talaga go beyond the political and the legal and get to the truth. So kung totoo yung sinasabi ni Madriaga, therefore, nandun yung prima facie, probable cause, tapos wag nang masyado magsayang panahon, i-transmit na. Kaya lang, ibang usapan pag nakarating na sa Senado, natatakot tayo. Pero parang kasi, I think, gusto ko lang sabihin at the end of this discussion, hindi masyado na pag-uusapan yung moral and cultural impact ng lahat ng ito. Let me just give you two short stories. No? This happened to me personally. Nung ang presidente si Duterte, lahat ng mga bata doon sa parokya ko nagmumura ng PI. Lahat ng mga bata nagmumura ng PI. Kami mga pare, bawal sa amin magmura ng PI. Ngayon, nagmumura na ng mga bata. Okay. Pangalawa, during the Duterte administration, early 2016, nagsimula na yung war against drugs. Nakasakay ako sa isang taxi driver. Sabi ng taxi driver, Father, okay itong presidente natin. Talagang pag drug addict, drug pusher, drug lord, dapat patayin. Dapat patayin without due process. Opo, kasi ang mga pulis naman, alam naman na sila kung sino dapat patayin eh. Talaga, alam ng pulis kung sino dapat patayin. So, he went on and on, extolling the virtues of President Duterte until I asked him this question. Paano na po kapag yung anak nyo po ay nahuling nagdodroga o nagtutulok ng droga? Ano gagawin nyo? Dadaling ko sa pulis at sa harapan ko, hihingin ko sa pulis na patayin ang anak ko. That was really the depths of my desperation. For a father to say, it is okay, killing is okay, okay pumatay. Maski na sariling anak ko, pwedeng patayin kasi okay yung moral campaign ni Duterte. It was a moral campaign. That was their narrative. Drug is destroying the moral fiber of our country. So therefore, we have to eliminate the cause from the very root. Patayin ang lahat hanggang sa drug lord. Pero hindi naman nakakarating sa drug lord eh.
Panyero,
That's,
may singit ko lang.
Sandali lang. We have 2 more questions from media.
Oo, hindi. Kasi yung
Due to-
yung kay Saldico, meron nga palang technical problem yan. Ha? Kasi Saldico has a warrant of arrest from the Sandigan Bayan. So, any invitation by both houses will have to go through the Sandigan. Hindi pwede yan imbitahin ng walang approval
Yes.
ng Sandigan Bayan.
Yes.
Parang si Madriaga.
Correct.